Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to a series of videos where I take you behind the scenes of who I am. So, this is designed to get you to know me a little bit better. I usually post a lot of technical videos, a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of processes about the business, about the brand, about the studio. This time it's a little bit more personal just to get you to know me a little bit better. So, we're going to be discussing the journey, my journey. We're going to be discussing challenges along that journey. We're going to be talking about some successes, some failures, and sort of everything in between. So stay tuned for this series. I'm going to split it into a few different chapters. So the format for this is going to be pretty candid. It's going to be pretty stripped back. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So in chapter 1, I'll sort of introduce myself and kind of tell you what I do and give you a brief overview of the timeline from whence this journey started. So my name is Kurt and I run a production studio based in the UK. I specialize in product videos for brands to use as part of their marketing strategies. Our studio utilizes cutting edge technology such as motion control and visual engineering rigs to create quite unique videos that you don't normally see every day. So that is sort of one of our USPs here at the studio. And I just wanted to kind of share the journey about how we actually got to this point and to that particular niche. So this journey started about 10 years ago when I first picked up a camera. When I picked up a camera, really for the first time, it was not a lifelong dream. My story is not one where I was, filming on a camera since I was like 1 year old. Kudos to the creators whose grandparents and parents were in that field and kind of passed it on to them. That is unfortunately not my story. That came quite later in life, and it was born out of an interest, a simple interest in photography. And I was thinking about it, and I thought, you know what, I got to buy one of those cameras, one of those fancy cameras that you can change the lens and do all sorts. So that was where it started. My partner at the time had overheard me multiple times talking about this, and she bought me my first camera, which was a T3i, which is a Canon camera. I think it's an American or US variant, because that's where she bought it from. And yeah, from that was where it was born. I was a professional straight off the bat because I had a professional DSLR camera. No, but for real, I was just taking pictures of everything. I was able to explore, the whole kind of shallow depth of field and the whole control of exposure. But then, yeah, that was where the love of photography was born, and that's where it stemmed from. So over the years, the path has taken me various places and doing different types of photography. So without going into the intricate details in this particular video, I think I'll come back to some of these stories in later chapters. But that's where it started with the first camera. I started doing portrait photography. I started practicing, experimenting. Started joining photography groups in and around London, and we will go out and just shoot and just practice. And then I had a photography business not long after that, where I was specializing in maternity and newborn. I think it was around that time I kind of identified that it's probably a good thing to find a niche, whatever that niche might be, and be good at it. Just work that niche and try to be, not the best, but at least very good at what you do, so you can sell it even better. I think it was at a quite early stage I recognized this. And then after that, I transitioned into video, and I'll come back to those stories later about the reason why I transitioned into video, and that was quite organic as well. And I think this whole journey about where I started and where I am is so organic, and I would not change anything about it. It took me a while to get here, but eventually I did, and I wouldn't miss any of the steps. Started doing corporate video at that point, helping brands and businesses with the typical interview style corporate video telling, people talking about their business, about their brands, about their services. And that kind of segued into a different sort of category during COVID. So COVID was a pivotal point with where we switched to focus anyway from corporate to product. That's because we couldn't really see or meet anyone at that time. I started doing products during that time. We'll come back to that story later. Switched into products, and that took another path that developed into this whole style, this whole visual engineering, motion control, technical side of product, and eventually led to where we are today, which is a fully functioning motion control studio, complete with a motion control robot, with special effect rigs, with pneumatic rigs, and sort of everything in between that works in an harmonic ecosystem to produce what it is that we can produce today. So what started from a single camera and develop, and this is everything that we can see here now, that we can see that we're using today, has been accumulation of that whole sort of 10 plus years throughout that journey as to where we are and where we're situated today. So that is pretty much the overarching sort of picture as to where we started and where we are today. So what I'll do in subsequent chapters of this is I'll kind of break down a few different pieces and kind of show you some of the challenges that I've had, and some of the reasons behind making certain decisions along the way. But stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next chapter.